grew up in a small town in the state of Nagaland, up in the northeastern hills of India. This Northeast India region is also called an anthropological paradise because this is a home to over 220 different ethnic tribes, where over 40 million people reside. We speak over 400 different dialects. But there is another one unique feature of this region, and that is, this region holds one of the longest unresolved armed conflict in the world. December 27th, 1994, always flashes back into my memory. This day is what I call the inspiration for every single thing I do today. That December morning, I was out with my family shopping. I was in the car waiting for my mom and my dad when I heard the first gunshot. This was followed by a series of gunshots. I don't remember what I was thinking then, but I saw my dad running towards me. He took me out from the car through the car window. We rushed inside the shop and we hid there for a couple of hours. We were forced to surrender and we came out of the shop, watching our car burn together with so many other cars, hundreds of shops in flames, men, women, and even a little baby burned alive, men tortured, women abused, people shot dead, shops looted. Me and my family, we were made to lie down on the road for hours, in fact, the whole day. My mom told me that I slept off for a few hours. I might have been tired, exhausted, unaware of what's happening. But one thing I know for sure is that I wasn't ready to think about this incident ever again. You may not have heard the stories or seen the pictures, but all these experiences lay crystal clear at the back of our mind. But in my region, we talk about these experiences no more. I look around, and I don't know whether my people have moved on, whether we have forgiven, or whether we have simply accepted our fate. But one thing I learned living in Nagaland is the resilience our people have developed, the resilience to withstand these disturbances caused by the terrors of armed conflict. I believe that this resilience comes from social support, a social value that have been passed on to me and our people from generation to generation. In my dialect, we call this subaliba, the social values and norms that have been passed on to us through word of mouth or through way of living. This social support is a selfless help to our family, our friends, our community. Every single Naga belongs to a particular tribe, clan, village, and this together forms the Naga community. And these Naga villages and this Naga community are so interconnected, interdependent, and we support each other. And I really believe that this social support has helped us build this resilience to cope up with our environment. Even psychological studies in a number of other researchers have restated numerous times that we need social support, support from our near and dear ones, support from our friends to cope up with difficult situations. Back in university, I began to question about the politics of conflict. I began to question the role of our government. I began to question the role of us as individuals. I began to question what kind of impact this exposure to political conflict might have had on me, on people both young and old. So I continued to do my master's and pursued a research where I studied on the exposure to political conflict, the fear and stress induced by it, and how it impacts the psychological well-being of young people. The results had damaging effects. Young people in my region showed low life satisfaction and low self-esteem, and it had effects on our mental health. Look at the plight of young people in conflict-affected regions. This unintentional, dreadful consequence of conflict is so harmful for our future. During the same time when I was conducting my research, I also had the opportunity to attend some conferences organized by the UN, the World Economic Forum, and other multilateral organizations and international nonprofits. Each of these events was unique, but there was one underlying common factor, and that was a call out to young people to voice out your opinion, to join in decision-making processes, and to make a difference in our communities. So with so much of hopes and dreams and aspirations, I returned home, but it was discouraging to see the situation of my region. Unemployment at such a high rate, young people helpless because of the political and economic instability. But most discouraging because to see young people helpless and losing faith in their capabilities and potential. But along the way, I met inspiring young people who were challenging the system, who were making it big nationally, internationally. I met like-minded people. And so together with them, we founded a few programs. We started a few community hubs, training platforms for young people in the Northeast. I remember a youth conference in Nagaland. During the feedback session, a young delegate was sharing his experience. He said, "Someone dear to me was killed during the Kargil War. And every time I think about this war, I think about Pakistan, I am filled with anger and frustrations." But attending this conference, I had to study about the social and political issues in Pakistan. And what I realized was the challenges we face in Nagaland and the challenges they face in Pakistan are the same. We have similar conflict. Young people in Pakistan aspire for the same dreams like I do, a safe future. The anger and frustrations, I hold them no more. His story moved me. We seek for such impact. Young people have not completely immersed into the structures of the society, and they are more willing to challenge it. What we lack right now is not motivated young people, but an environment that invites young people to be part of decision-making processes, to join governance, to rebuild conflict-affected societies. When you invite me to the table, when you invite young people to be part of this policy-making process in rebuilding our communities, you are not only allowing us to express our opinions and our struggles, but you are providing us with skills for the future. You are strengthening our self-esteem, our life satisfaction, but most importantly, you are allowing us to shape our future. It's heart-wrenching to travel to different parts of the world, attending conferences, talking about international declarations and conventions on youth empowerment, youth participation and decision-making. only to come back home and see policies implemented at snail's pace. I was with a friend in Kohima when she said, change is so local, yet we idealize change so much. We keep change at a pedestal and we can't reach it. The resilience that my parents, our forefathers have taught us, have brought me this far, have brought our community this far. But we need to take the next step together. It's time to cooperate, not only between religions, or countries, or states, or tribes, but between age groups. I'm confident in the power of sharing untold stories, untold experiences that we have hidden inside us for too long. No matter who you are, what your background is, how your past have been, we can use our experience to make a difference. Speak out. Thank you.